Hi guys. Okay, drop my crochet. So, good hair day. I having some difficulties emotionally, and I thought I would chat with you guys we got new chairs. They swivel and rock. They're awesome. So I thought I'd come out here, crochet, and sit with you guys. I hope you can hear me. I'm usually not too quiet. That's not the complaint that is made about me. So I thought I'd do a little backstory on me. So this is the story of Mel. I was born on August 15th, which happens to be my mother's birthday. And I was told from a young age by my mother that made me special. And then on my 8th birthday, while standing in the kitchen waiting for my birthday cake to be lit, alone with my mother, she told me, "I gave up my birthdays for you." No one else around. And as a very sensitive child, that stuck with me. And of course somebody just drove into the driveway. I'll be right back. So as I was saying, she told me she gave up having her birthdays for me. And I had always been a sensitive child. And from then on, I tried to make her birthdays as special as I could. Also, my mother, never intent on really doing anything much in the way of household chores. My dad was a very tidy person, so him being very neat, her being very anti-neat, he got the kids involved. He would clean, she would mess. For 35 years. There were blowouts about it. And the phrase was, as soon as I could get in the kitchen, I kicked my mom out of the kitchen. There was no kicking out. She happily left. As a child, I thought vegetables came from cans. When I was young, I remember standing on a stove on a step stool, learning to flip pancakes because I loved it, and wearing the big oven mitts that went all the way up to my armpits because I was so small. My dad taught me. I had a love for baking. I don't know if he taught me to bake, but I learned. I eventually went to pastry school. A technical school, but I went. It was a passion. I did not work in it long before I went on disability. And I've been on disability for 20 years now. So, hold on a sec. At one point, we had 9 permanent people living in our house, and up to 4 more coming for visits. And I was the one doing most of the cooking, cleaning, shopping, laundry, and so forth. My grandmother was living with us. My younger sister was sick, and my mom said all she could do was take care of my grandmother. And so, yeah, that was what she said. We lived in a 3,300 square foot house. It was just after I had been through the worst of my bipolar for about 2 years, where I stayed in my room in a depression. I realize now that my mother has a form of Munchausen by proxy, because she thrived on me being sick and would push pills on me that just depressed me more. I had to break out of my depression. But we moved up here with my grandmother and my sister and my father. And I was, again, doing most of the chores. And when I finally told her no more, she kicked me out. Now, luckily, the house you've seen that I've shown you was to be my dad's workshop. The whole thing was to be his workshop. He carved out an area for an apartment for me. And I moved in. I was in there 3 days, and she kicked him out. So he moved in, and I moved back into my room in the little building I've shown you before that used to be a camper, which was going to be our house. And I come over to visit him, and he has a raging fever of 103, and nobody knew. So I'm visiting him and taking care of him, and he could have died. Okay. So he gets better. And she's my sister's caretaker, because by now my grandmother has died. She was her caretaker. She has died. He starts expanding the apartment to include a bedroom, because it was a one-room apartment with a kitchen, a bathroom, and a bedroom all in one, to include another bedroom, so that we can both live over there. Within a couple months, she has kicked my sister out. Somewhere along the lines of, I'm moving, and you're going to have to find a place to live. My sister, who's almost bedridden. This woman who I thought, while I was a child, I had an idyllic childhood with, I realize does not have normal human emotions. She would buy my happiness as a child. She would feed my happiness. I was overweight from bullying. I would secretly eat and started to gain weight. And yet, when I was upset, she would feed me with junk. She's a hoarder to the television hoarder's degree. Her things mean more to her than we do. And she would teach us at a young age to hide it from our father. And I started to become a hoarder. And luckily, my father and my sister helped me break that cycle. I still do have a lot of certain things, yarn, books, but I do not have avalanche amounts of them. I use what I have. I still crave things sometimes, but I do not need them. It is sort of in my genes. My biological father, his house fell down around him, and he did not ask for help. He was living in it with no water. It's a pride thing, I think, with him. But, she still, I mean, she will snap from no emotion. I don't need people to, oh, honey, how are you, honey? Do you need something? What can I get you? Using the L word. She does not understand what it all means. I am a very emotional person. I need the connection. I cried for years. Why do I not have a mother who loves me? I thought being born on her birthday meant a connection. She told me it. And now she will be leaving soon. We were told they were leaving last June. So I'm having deep, troubling nights, sleeping, that kind of thing. Dr. Pepper, it's the best. Also, my paternal grandmother, who turned 100 in February, is very ill. Has been in the hospital for going on 3 weeks now, and is just getting worse. So that has been troubling me. And this is the story of Mel, as it is right now. I did not want to burden you all, but you are very understanding. You are my friends. I thought a little background into my life, understanding why my mother, I don't talk about her. She is unfortunately nil in my life and will be in the future. It's not how I wanted it to be. It is unfortunately how it is. But to cheer myself up, now you know, to cheer myself up, and this is how it is. Okay, where's the other one? It's in here somewhere. Did it fall out? No. This is what I'm going to do, because this makes me happy. I have 2 sets of steel, and I think they're antique, crochet hooks. I have written on the bags. I'm going to take them out and show them to you, what is in each bag. I don't know if there are any tatters out there. I know Spring is. I don't know if anybody else is. This one, oh, yes. And there are some plastic ones, but let me show you this one. It comes in an old boy box. Can you see that? You see that? Yeah. It says 1 dozen, manufactured in USA by the Boy Needle Company in Chicago, New York, and San Francisco. Item number 200, crochet hooks. Sell boy brand, best quality. I think it even says how much it costs somewhere on it, like 5 cents or something. I don't know. Boy brand, the hook without a fault. You see all that? Anyway, it says the sizes on it, but, oh, it says size chart for what weight yarn you're using. And it slides out in this lovely little, and then there are the hooks. And some of them have covers on them so you don't stab yourself. Okay? Now, some have a little rust on them because they are steel. Okay? I don't know if all the original are on here. This bag has 2 7s, 3 8s, 2 9s, 2 13s, 1 10, 2 14s, and 1 0. And then I also I had some of these, and I don't know what they are. I just put plastic. They have these little ends that had color on them, pigment on them. Red and blue, and a clear one. And they're tiny, tiny. I sized them. I tried to size them on my sizer, but I couldn't really. It says it has a little size on it, 5, and they look like they're trying to be wood grain 6, and it says 15 cents on it. So I put a few of those in each bag. 3 in this bag. So there's that bag. And then this bag has 3 zeros, 1 1, 1 2, 1 8, 1 9, 2 10, 1 12, 1 7, plus 3 plastic. So there are 13 in this bag plus 3 plastic, and 12 in this bag plus 3 plastic. And let me show you the plastic in this bag. They're slightly different than the other ones. Okay. And the ends are a little different. Don't remember where I got them. And so I'm going to do a giveaway, and I'm going to try to find some, I have some crochet thread that I'll put in there with it, or some yarn, thin yarn. So it's going to be US only, or Canada. Okay, I'm going to open it up to US and Canada, unless you want to pay the shipping, and then it's open to anyone. And we'll use the word steel. Okay, that's your keyword. Now, if you want to either donate it to somebody, or you have someone in the US who will ship it to you, or you want to pay the shipping, then anybody can enter. Okay, YouTube is not affiliated. This is not sponsored by anybody but me. I paid. Okay, so this will be open, let's say 2 weeks. 2 weeks for these lovely hooks, if anybody wants them. And some yarn that I will throw in. I might update it to show the yarn. I might surprise you. Make me happy. Makes me happy to make you happy. You must be 18 or older and a subscriber. Please be a subscriber. I always forget to say this. Could you give me a thumbs up? Yeah, that would be nice. And yeah, don't forget the keyword. If I forgot anything, I will put it in the description box. Alright, I hope you all have a good day. Don't pity me. Don't. I just needed to vent a little, give you a little background about my weird life, but I feel better now. Yeah, I do. I feel better. So, we should all have a good day. You have a good day. Bye.